Okay guys, day 18. This is sort of a continuation. I mean, doing the halter work with her for the last day 18 video is more of a day 16, 17, and then a follow-up to day 18, so I may sort of label it as such, but this one's sort of a day 17, 18, because I've already been in here one time. And you guys saw in the last video how I've been working on her one-sided problem, and we're going to continue working on that. But the first thing we need to do is get her good to going forward for the groundwork, for being able to kind of go on a direction request and stuff. And she's getting really good. Look at you. Yeah. So, really nice horse. She's so worried though. So, this groundwork should really help that stuff. The haltering, that'll come. That's when she gets better with touching her mouth and everything. Sometimes you got to kind of switch up and find something that worries them, get them past it, and then the next thing that you've already done, which is you've already done, and then you go to what's next, sort of touching their mouth or haltering or bridling, any of that thing will be easier because you have gotten them past some other thing that, anyhow. So let's get started. Groundwork. If you haven't seen them already, I'll link them below in the description. The first 3 steps of groundwork, why you want to do groundwork, the second 3 steps of groundwork. I don't know, I talk about this stuff an awful lot. So I need her to move on the ground, forwards, backwards, left, right, and if I can get her to change gaits accurately, stop, and change directions. Did I say that? Change directions quite accurately as well, without trouble, without fear, without raising their head, without shaking their head, without shaking their tail, all of these things. So she's going to need a lot of that. I mean, you could take a couple weeks to a month to get this really good before you do anything else, if you really, really wanted to. I don't know if she'll need that. We'll see. Okay, let's get started, guys. Day 18, 17, 18, whatever. Okay, ready? Let's go. Start her off on my right-hand side because that's the direction I want her to go. She's better in this direction. Okay, you ready? God, you're so kind right now. Can I touch your face? Almost. Okay, Zeus out. 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 Zeus out. You stay. Zeus, get out. Thank you. Just saunters out slowly. Oh, good girl. Come here. I know. Okay, come here. Come here. I know, it freaked you out. You got to put up with this sooner or later. People have to be able to touch your face. Trust me. It's an important thing for you. Groundwork doesn't just mean moving their feet. You got to be able to touch them all over and not have them freak out, throw their head in the air like you're about to murder them. I'll come back to that. Just keep bugging her. She's just afraid. It's a great place to do it. We're in the arena. Lots of space to be bothered. That's okay. You can be bothered in here. You know, the more comfortable you feel, the more comfortable they're going to feel. That's just a given. So, yeah. Oh, there, she stayed with it. Okay, I'm going to get out while the getting's good. Back up. She's following me nicely. Okay, so my left arm goes out. She doesn't quite know what that means. I'm going to get a little bit active. She doesn't even respond to that. There. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera. I'm kind of hoping so. but she's sort of sidestepping. She's not actually going forward. There. So I'll let her square up because she took a few steps forward. Now, groundwork isn't always going to be clean, but we're shooting for clean. Let's try again. Come on. She'll figure this out. Horses are smart. Come on. There. I'll stop her. I'll pet her. That's pretty good. Now keep in mind we're working on her good side, not her bad side. So let's keep going. She doesn't move. We get a little more active. Now it's easy to do with her because she's already pretty worried about stuff. Oh, a little more, a little more. You can do it. See, I might be pushing it a bit. She says, I've already gone around. I don't know what you want. There. Now I'm not going to walk around her. She can make it. She just needs to walk forward, not backwards. There. See, it's good. Now I'll stop her. Come forward. Now, groundwork is really, really important. The forward movement, when requested, is imperative. It tells her that I can move her feet. And when I reassure her throughout these groundwork exercises, she's going to learn that she can move her feet and she doesn't need to be in trouble for it. So my arm goes out. She says, I know that means something. My driving hand is moving. There. Oh, she stumbled on herself. See, she goes around kind of nicely. I'm actually happy so far. I'm going to keep her going. We only did a half circle or so. A little more active. Come on. It's actually a nice circle. Well, I'd like it if she didn't stop. She needs to just sort of get accurate with me. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I'll stop her there. So that's pretty good. That's nice. But it's not accurate. I can't move to the other side until I have accuracy. I'm going to be kind of particular about this because she's so touchy. It's nice I can approach her. If I can help it, for horses like this that are afraid, and they're really afraid for their life. This is a real life and death situation for her. At the moment, some horses kind of get more, stay there, kind of get a little bit more afraid. They're more afraid of just sort of being hurt, but really afraid of it. Some of them you can tell they're afraid for their life. Other ones you can tell they just don't want to get whacked or, you know, something like that. So there's a different fear response. I would stay there. Stay there. I get it. You're okay. You're okay. Back up. Okay. I'm going to talk about something really quickly right now, right here with this. It's really super important. There's a balance between where you allow a horse to come to you and you ask a horse to stay away and stay back. Now, it is a really big deal that she's coming to me, but I'm not asking it. So I have to be very careful because now I know she wants to come up, so I'll ask her up. There. Because there's a level of comfort she is finding by being with me. Don't kill that. The worst thing you can do is sort of, and you know, if she's comfortable being around me, maybe I'll step back to her instead of her coming to me. I'll see that she would like to be around closer. Maybe it's more comfortable. So I should step back to her and say, okay, I'll be with you. because a lot of times they just want comfort, but the problem is they weigh 1,000 pounds or more, and when it comes time to fleeing something, they just knock you over and step on you and run you over and hurt you and push you out of the way. And guaranteed in their head they're going, well, why aren't you moving? Look what's over there, you know, let's get out of Dodge. So right there she moved back. I might say, hey, actually, come on up. So groundwork can encompass so many things. And so what you're seeing is my particularity in what I want in everything that kind of gets done. So we're gonna try to get to the right-hand side. We're at 10.5 minutes before the end of this session. For now, we gotta work on the left. Let's get it accurate. And this should work with every horse, not just this thing here. Right? I know. Okay, so I'm gonna come over this way, and she's probably gonna square up pretty decent. That's pretty snugly close. I'm gonna ask her forward. She says, I know it means something. It does. That's good. I'm not gonna explain the exact groundwork that I'm doing right now, because I've already done that, which is why I made those videos, so that I wouldn't have to explain myself 100 times. But what I'm doing now is essentially, if my feet are moving, so should hers. So mine are just ever so slightly kind of pushing on her. And every time she stops, I just say, just keep going. You're okay. She says, this is an awful lot. Can I stop now? Yeah. Yes, you can. Good girl. Reassure her as best as I can with what she'll accept. Some horses can really accept being pet. This one, not the best, not the biggest fan of it. She squares up. That looks good. I'll ask her over. She says, does that mean get out of the way? Nope. It means go forward, come around me. Oh, it's a nice little trot. No, I didn't really ask for that, but she gave it. It's a nice gait change. Ask again. Get a little active. She gets moving. Now, this type of groundwork is really valuable. Now she's worried. So, just keep going. Now she trots through this part here because she's more worried than she is over here. Here she'll pick up, gets a little worried. Come on, come this way. Let's go together a little. A little more. Good. So I'm going to be prepared. Oh, that time she just walked it. We'll stop her. There. She licked and chewed a little. It's nice to see. Okay, go. She didn't go. Get a little active. I want to get this go and stop accurate. I'm just going to work on this for a second. Go. Good. Stop. Go. Oh, there you go. Stop. Go. Okay. That's nice to see. A little more. A little more. Don't trot. Now, I'm only saying that because I'm thinking it. It's not like she understands me. Okay, the left side's looking pretty good. I'd say we're at about 80%. Let her have a think for a second. Can't make them swallow the whole thing at once. It's a big chew, big bite. So, stand in the breeze for a second. Good girl. I know you're worried. Yeah. I'll pet her a little. See, she's pretty worried. You just can't work with a horse that is so fearful of being just around you. Shedding like crazy. Okay, just had time to think a little. Go. She doesn't go. I had this okay while I was doing it in a row. See, she feels pinched between the fence. That's okay. We'll get that figured out. Go. Nice. Not bad. Stop. Walk forward. Stop. Go backwards. Come forwards. Go backwards. Come forwards. Come on. Go backwards. Go left. My left. Your right. She doesn't go. That's okay. Like I said, it's 80 to 90%. Stop. Come forwards. Go backwards. Forwards. And don't pin your ears. You're okay. Forwards. Backwards. Forwards. Backwards. Go left. My left, not your left. I'm going to release pressure on this side because I really don't want her trotting around me right now. Just want a nice, comfortable, slow walk. We'll stop. Backwards, forwards. Backwards. Oh, not that way. Not that way. Good. Backwards, forwards. Backwards, forwards. Backwards. Go that way. Come on. More. More. I'll let you know. I promise. Now stop. Backwards. Not sideways. Just backwards. Forwards. Backwards. Forwards. Backwards. Come on. Good. Forwards. Backwards. Go right. Come on. It's not bad. We're getting close. Pretty close. Come on. Yeah. I don't know what. It's just a fence. You never know what might freak a horse out. Just be aware of it. Hoppy, skippy, jumpy through here. Come on. Backwards. Forwards. Backwards. Forwards. Backwards. Go right. Not bad. Go a little more. Yeah, well, go a little more then. Stop. Backwards. Forwards. Uh-oh, you got stuck. Backwards. Forwards. Now this backwards forwards thing, I'm changing the spot that I'm doing it on purpose. I'm trying to see where she gets stickier. Come on. Arms out. Means you should go. Hello. It's me. Okay. Stop. Backwards. I knew you'd do that. Backwards. Forwards. A little more. Look, I get you're worried. This can really make a lot of sense to you. Trust me. Backwards. Come on, back up. See, she didn't like that way over there. That's okay. Just get her used to it. Forwards. Backwards. Forwards. Backwards. Go right. Go right. I'm going to get a little bit more assertive to get a better response. I'm going to come across a little because she's gone that way a little much. Stay in the middle of the arena. Get away from me. I'm coming towards you. She's nicely yielding away from me on her turn here, mostly. Get a little active. She might come through quickly. I'll stop her. Backwards, forwards. Uh-oh, you got stuck. Backwards. Good. Forwards. Good. Go left. I know, I changed the pattern. Usually I do it only on a backwards. Right there. Backwards. Forwards. Come on, move. Uh-oh. You're getting sticky. Getting bright out here. Pay attention. Your attention span's a little low today. Okay, good. Forwards, backwards. Forwards. Uh-oh. You got stuck. There. Backwards. Go left. Come on, go left. My left, your right. Keep going. Stop looking at me. It's good exercise. I'll stop that trot. Come forwards. Pet her. Good girl. You got to give them a break sooner or later. Just let them know they're okay. You did good. Stay there. Take a break. I know. See, horses need to know that you'll kind of wait on them to figure out if they're okay. That's pretty nice. She took a step towards me. Just wait patiently for her. Let's give her a minute here. Again, you're in no rush. This kind of stuff is quiet. You know, until you got to kind of get a little loud, but what makes the quiet is that only once in a while do you get loud. This business of being loud all the time is completely ineffective to being quiet. Now, she hasn't done a lot, but she's already getting a little sticky, meaning she's sweating, because this freaks her out. This is really concerning. That's okay. You'll be fine. Okay. Backwards. Backwards. Good. Forwards. Backwards. Not that way. There. Not that way. Backwards. Forwards. Backwards. Forwards. Come on, I'll go with you. Come on. There. Backwards. Forwards. It's getting stickier with forward. I have to work on that. Come on. Let's put a little pressure on her. Bump her head a bit. Wait till she moves. There. Pet her. I don't know if we'll get to the other side. I might try it out just to see what happens. Forwards. Backwards. Go that way. Go that way. Good. See, when you got to get a little loud and a little active, it should be just for a real short time. Otherwise, it's impossible to be quiet. Okay, let's try again. Backwards, forwards. So she pulled against me there. Don't go that way. I didn't ask for it yet. Backwards, forwards. Okay, that's not cool. I don't know why you're drifting. Forwards. Backwards, forwards. Backwards, forwards. Good girl. Okay. You know, I don't like these kinds of videos myself where there's a locked off shot and somebody's just doing a bunch of you see how she's on the wrong side of me? Hey, one-sided horse, what do I do with you? Fix you somehow. But I don't know another way to really demonstrate or show what a session looks like for the people that are interested. So hopefully you like these better than I do. Okay, let's go a little more. Let's take a short walk. Again, I'm going to practice putting her on my left-hand side, so she has to use her right eye a little bit. I'm going to cut her off. Okay, stick around. See, if I go into her left eye, she'll want to keep me there, but I really want her to switch eyes as often as possible. Get used to that. I'm really just training her to turn. If I ever get on her back. Hey, there, thanks. And see, she gets so concerned. I really like that to go away. It will. And keep turning. Say, hey, get off of me. Just want to come around. Keep your head away. Okay, so here's our one-sided horse. Go around me. She probably will have a lot of trouble with this. Okay, we'll ask her forward. I'm swinging the rope. Come on. There, she moved her feet. So I have to be really careful about how I go about this. And the left side looked like this yesterday, where she'd move her feet, but it wasn't really forward. It was usually backwards or some weird crab walk. There, she got a couple of feet. Okay. So I'm probably not going to press her too much on this because it's hard on her today. And I just don't feel like being that hard on her right now. But I do want her to move. I would like her feet to move. You get a horse sort of wound up. I don't know, she actually might do pretty good. Too wound up and they just stand there tolerating you because they can't think to do anything else. Soon they just explode, rear up or run off or drag you away. There, got a little bit of forward. See how, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but she's doing such her hardest to keep her left eye on me. But she can't do that when she's got to come around like this. Here, I'll give her a little leeway. We're really making tracks. Come on. There. And the pressure's off when you move your feet. Come on. There. Okay. All right, so we got to do this in stages. Can't freak her out the whole time. Okay, I'll have her think on that for a second. Come back up the arena. Another thing to keep an eye out for when you're doing your groundwork is where you end up. You please just stand on the proper side of me. You're driving me nuts. Stay there. See how I'm going to come in close. You won't be able to do nothing about it. Isn't she pretty? Mostly. Okay, well, look, you're a little snuggly, but guess I'll just put up with you. So, we're at half an hour. What I did on the right-hand side is the exact same thing I had to start with on the left-hand side. What you're looking for is forward movement. And you might not get it right away. But like everything else, it's in little baby steps sometimes. But it comes. Pretty soon I'll be able to drag out my plastic bag and tarp and some whip or something like that. And she'll get all sweaty again and get worked up, and pretty soon it'll be nothing. We'll take it from there. So hopefully you guys have relax. Hey, it's okay. I know. Might do a little bit more with you before I turn you back in. But I'll turn the camera off for now, and hopefully you've enjoyed this again. Hopefully it's informative, helpful. Anybody that's trying to mess with a horse, it doesn't have to be a Mustang. It could be any horse, really. You're really just trying to read the body language and seeing what they're willing to give you and what they can give you. You know, a lot of times they can't give you what you want right from the get-go, so you got to do it in short steps. So, right? Yeah. So, I'm going to leave it at that. She says, yep, leave it at that. Yep. Leave it at that. Thought maybe it worked. Leave it at that. Yeah. See you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. Just got a fly on her.